Istanbul's strategic location between Europe and Asia on the ancient Silk Road has made it one of history's most important cities, in which many civilizations have established, and as a legacy, we have a city that combines the modern with the ancient. The mosques, bazaars, the famous Turkish baths and the dozens of architectural gems that cannot be found in any other place could for sure keep you happily occupied for your entire trip here. The city is located in northwestern Turkey within the Marmara region on a total area of 5,343 square kilometers or 2,063 square miles. The Bosphorus, which connects the Sea of Marmara to the Black Sea, divides the city into a European, Thracian side, comprising the historic and economic centers, and an Asian, Anatolian side. Istanbul is furtherly divided by the Golden Horn, a natural harbor bounding the peninsula where the former Byzantium and Constantinople were founded. The confluence of the Sea of Marmara, the Bosphorus, and the Golden Horn at the heart of present-day Istanbul has deterred attacking forces for thousands of years and remains a prominent feature of the city's landscape. Today, its commercial and historical center lies on the European side and about a third of its population lives on the Asian side. The city is the administrative center of the Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality, both hosting a population of around 15 million residents, which makes it be one of the world's most populous cities and ranks as the world's 7th largest city proper and the largest European city. The old city contains about 9 square miles or 23 square kilometers, but the present municipal boundaries stretch a great deal beyond. The original peninsular city has 7 hills, requisite for Constantine's new Rome. 6 are crests of a long ridge above the Golden Horn, the other is a solitary eminence in the southwest corner. Around their slopes are ranged many of the mosques and other historic landmarks that were collectively designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1985. Istanbul is divided into 3 parts, such as the north-south Bosphorusstrait that is also known as the Strait of Istanbul, the dividing line between Europe and Asia, the estuary of the Golden Horn which bisects the western part, and the Sea of Marmara by forming a boundary to the south. Most sites are concentrated in the Old City on the peninsula of Sultan Ahmet, to the west of the Bosphorus between the Horn and the sea. Across the Horn to the north are Galata, Beyoğlu, and Taksim, the heart of modern Istanbul, while Kadıköy is the major district on the comparatively less visited Anatolian side of the city. The Black Sea forms the relatively less developed northern boundary of Istanbul. Summer is the most popular time to visit but can be uncomfortably hot and humid. Spring and fall are more pleasant, with fewer visitors, while the winter can be a great time to visit if you can withstand the cold and damp. In this period the hotel prices drop dramatically, and under a cloak of fog or snow, the brooding city feels especially romantic. Due to its huge size, topography and maritime influences, Istanbul exhibits a multitude of distinct microclimates. Thus, different sections of Istanbul can experience different weather conditions at the same time. For example, at the same moment, it can be heavily raining in Sarıyer in the north, mildly raining in Levent in the business district, while Taksim could have a perfectly sunny day. These differences make the Istanbul unique and one of a kind in Europe. The official language is Turkish, though English-speaking assistants can often be found in tourist-heavy areas like Sultanahmet, which represents the old city, at museums, and in many shops, restaurants, and bars. During your stay we recommend you use public transport and especially the tram to get to the old town. This will allow you to move quickly and cheaply because Istanbul is really congested, especially during the peak hours, which are between 8 and 9:30 and between 5 and 8 p.m. To use all public transport in Istanbul, you would need a magnetic card which is known as the Istanbul card. You can purchase it in the small kiosks near all metro stations and bus stations. It costs between 6 to 7 Turkish liras. The Taksim is situated in Beyoğlu in the European part of Istanbul, and is a major tourist and leisure district famed for its restaurants, shops, and hotels. It is considered the heart of modern Istanbul, with the central station of the Istanbul metro network. Taksim Square is also the location of the Monument of the Republic, which was crafted by Pietro Canonica and inaugurated in 1928. The monument commemorates the 5th anniversary of the foundation of the Republic of Turkey in 1923, following the Turkish War of Independence. Because Taksim Square is a transportation hub, visitors can reach it by a tram, bus, and metro. Taksim Square is free to visit 24 hours a day, but expect fees and hours to vary for its boutiques, eateries and watering holes. Do not hesitate to try two of the locals' favorite street foods, the islak, which is known as the wet hamburger, and the doner, that are sold along the side of the Taksim Square. As the capital of the Ottoman Empire since 1453 and the largest city in Turkey, Istanbul is home to over 3,000 mosques. This makes it overwhelming to decide which ones to visit, due to their architectural character and historical context, but as the most recognizable and famous are Hagia Sophia, the Süleymaniye Mosque, the Blue Mosque, and the Eyüp, which is the first mosque built after the conquest of Istanbul. They are all unique in their own way, and at the same time, these mosques are celebrated across the globe for their immense historical importance, mind-blowing architecture, and overwhelming interiors, that will surely leave you speechless from the moment you see them. Eminönü is a former district of Istanbul in Turkey, currently a quarter of Fatih, the province's capital district. This is the heart of the walled city of Constantinople, the focus of a history of incredible richness. Eminönü covers roughly the area on which the ancient Byzantium was built. The Galata Bridge crosses the Golden Horn into Eminönü, and the mouth of the Bosphorus opens into the Marmara Sea. And up on the hill stands Topkapı Palace, the Blue Mosque Sultanahmet Camii, and Hagia Sophia. Thus, Eminönü is the main tourist destination in Istanbul. The Grand Bazaar in Istanbul is one of the largest and oldest covered markets in the world, with 61 covered streets and over 4,000 shops, which attract between 250,000 and 400,000 visitors daily. In 2014, it was listed number 1 among world's most visited tourist attractions with 91,250,000 annual visitors. The Grand Bazaar at Istanbul is often regarded as one of the first shopping malls of the world. The Maidens Tower, also known as Leander's Tower since the medieval Byzantine period, is a tower lying on a small islet located at the southern entrance of the Bosphorusstrait, 200 meters from the coast of Üsküdar in Istanbul, Turkey. There are many legends about the construction of the tower and its location. According to the most popular Turkish legend, an emperor had a much beloved daughter, and one day, an oracle prophesied that she would be killed by a venomous snake on her 18th birthday. The emperor, in an effort to thwart his daughter's early demise by placing her away from land so as to keep her away from any snakes, had the tower built in the middle of the Bosphorus to protect his daughter until her 18th birthday. The princess was placed in the tower, where she was frequently visited only by her father. As Istanbul is one of the best cities considered as the capital of culture and art, the museums in Istanbul are outstanding. Museums in Sultanahmet, Sarıyer, Edirne, Beşiktaş, Karaköy and many other districts host many residents and visitors of Istanbul every day, uniting them with history, culture and arts. A visit to the Istanbul museums will be one of the best things to do in Istanbul. If you ever decide to visit Istanbul, make sure you visit at least 2 or 3 museums, because they are known to be unique and they have a lot of interesting things in them. So, what are the hotel and travel costs in Istanbul? An average day will cost you around $50 in Istanbul, but if you are on a budget and don't plan to visit many places, then $30 would be a more reasonable price. Food is cheap, and there are a lot of options you can choose from, so $20 for that will be enough. Hotel prices range from $30 to over $1,500. If you want to find the best booking and hotel deals, check out www.triplehunter.net.